How would you explain to them what Mammoth is?
It's this dude who makes great rock music that makes you feel things.
And my name's Jason Bailey, and I have the awesome honor of having to talk to Wolfgang Van Halen because we've got album number 2, an amazing first single off of this album. First and foremost, my brother Wolfgang, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
You just look happy. You look excited. I mean, you're getting ready to release this new album. You just look excited.
It's exciting. It's exciting.
It is, I'm sure. You didn't really take much time between the first and the second album. It was almost like you were prepared with every track for this new album, which will be called Mammoth II. The release date is August 4th, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this was the polar opposite of the recording process from the first album. That happened over the course of 3 years. This happened in 2 months.
You once again, Wolfgang, play all the instruments. Are you adamant about that? Do you have a producer saying, "Hey man, you might want to try this," and like, "No, this is my thing. This is what I'll do from here on out"?
That's what Mammoth is. People try to turn it into like a negative, like a control thing, but this is my outlet. Mammoth is my artistic outlet, and it's a fun challenge. I really enjoy. Plus, it's only really the opportunity I have to play everything anymore. I don't get to play drums anymore. I love playing drums. So, it's a really fun process. And Elvis, my producer too, is like he has no problem with it.
Oh, so he doesn't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. Your fan base doesn't have a problem with it. I don't know who these people are that have a problem with it. But maybe we should you and I pull them aside and say, dude, no one's got a problem with it. Like if you were to talk to somebody that had no idea who Wolfgang Van Halen is, or Mammoth WVH, or your first album, and you said, give me a try, give me a listen, how would you explain to them what Mammoth is?
It's this dude who makes great rock music that makes you feel things.
There you go. I'd buy the album. I'm in. Symbolism runs wild in the Van Halen family, and your birthday 3/16, obviously a track off of For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge that was after your birthday. And you now have your signature guitar, EVH SA126, which is short for your father's birthday, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How important is that symbolism in your artistry to honor him?
It's very important. He's the reason why I do what I do. I wouldn't exist if it wasn't for him. That's certainly very important. I think just doing what I do is enough of a reference and tribute. Just me existing and continuing to be my own person in my own musical space. I don't think people realize that me just doing that is enough of a tribute and respect towards the life that he gave me and the interests he instilled in me. I don't have to play Panama in order to respect him. You know what I mean? But especially with the guitars. His whole line of guitars he made was named after me, so it only felt right to sneak as many references to him. Like instead of an F hole, it's an E hole for Ed and things like that. So,
would you ever cover a Van Halen song on any of your albums?
Nah. No.
Would you ever cover just any song?
If I ever were to cover a thing, maybe it'd be like a YouTube video thing, or I got a YouTube channel. Maybe it'd be fun at some point when I have more free time to like cover songs for fun and put them up there or something. But on an official album, probably not. I think I have too much of a desire to prove myself and kind of just figure out my own creative process without trying to take from somebody else.
Would it upset you if that song, because this happens to a lot of artists, that becomes their big hit when they cover, already existing songs?
That does happen. Maybe that's a subconscious thing. I'd rather, because I know Dad, he would always, he never wanted to play any of those covers unless, you know, you fully kind of transform it into your own thing, which I think they did with like You Really Got Me and
Mm,
stuff like that. But overall, it's like, yeah, I'd rather just kind of have covers be a fun thing instead of a record thing.
yeah, I would, did what you did. I'd be like, man, I was
Yeah, I
just
mean,
joking.
live, we on the last tour or a couple tours ago, we played Them Bones by Alice in Chains, and that was just a really fun time. You know, would I record that? Nah, but it's just fun.
Well, it only took 2 minutes and I believe 28 seconds of the show, right? Because it's
That's a
the
very quick song, absolutely.
Alice in Chains song that they have. Uh, Going back to all these artists that you've played with, that you've toured with, you've been out on the road, open for Guns N' Roses. I mean, during the Taylor Hawkins tribute show, there was every artist imaginable there on stage. Do you get nervous at all, especially when you're opening for a Guns N' Roses or some of these bigger bands?
I get nervous all the time. I'm nervous when I have no reason to be nervous. I have really bad anxiety. But I mean, when it comes to playing shows, I found that now that I've been doing it so much, it starts to ease up. But usually, like the first few shows of a tour is when it's the worst, and then you sort of get into a groove. But yeah, when we open for Metallica, I'm going to be freaking out for sure.
Is
But
it
that, you know, that's a problem for a future Wolfie. This one has to worry about the stuff going on right now. So
Yeah. Is it because you're afraid that you're going to fail, or you're afraid you're going to be judged by your peers? What is it?
I have no idea. That's a really deep question. Probably a bit of everything, really. I didn't really. I just don't want to mess up. I don't want to do something that I want to be proud of what I'm doing. And if I mess up, I wouldn't be proud of it.
Would you then say that you don't at 100% have the confidence in the artist that you are? From a fan standpoint, you're awesome. You don't screw up. You're amazing. You're extremely talented. Your lyrics are deep and cool and relatable. That's from the fan standpoint. But from the Wolfgang Van Halen standpoint, you're like, I'm nervous all the time. I'm not sure what I'm doing is right. Would that be
Yeah,
an accurate?
maybe that's a deeper issue, deeper psychological thing. But I don't think I'm ever. I don't know if I'll ever be 100% confident in anything. But I think the best thing to do is just to do your best and hold on to that feeling when you have it.
Well, look, it has been an absolute honor and a pleasure to talk to you again, Wolfgang. I
Thank you
want to
so
make
much, man.
sure everybody knows the hard work that Wolfgang puts in to his albums with this second release of Mammoth II, release date of August 4th, and the first single, which you're probably already listening to, Another Celebration at the End of the World. It's blood, sweat, and tears, brother. Blood, sweat, and tears. And from the fan standpoint, we appreciate every second that you put into your music. And
Thank you so
thank
much, man.
you. So thank you
Thank
very much.
No, always a pleasure, man. Thank you so much for having me.